Robert, let me ask you a question about honesty and trustworthiness, which I talked to Donald Trump about. In our poll, we have, among the voters, when you look at the candidate numbers, this is among the general election, the two candidates leading their parties, that is to say, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, their numbers are very bad on the honest and trustworthy. Only 35% say Hillary Clinton is honest and trustworthy. Only 33% say Trump is honest and trustworthy. Those who say, and there are not many people who don't have a view on this. What does this tell us, if anything, about our politics now, that the two people leading the parties are not seen as honest and trustworthy?
It's a problem for them, perhaps, in a general election, and I've spoken with both campaigns about this, but they still believe on the Trump side, he has the groundswell of support. On the right, they see him as a tough leader in the GOP base. They think that it's better than being seen as trustworthy. And with Secretary Clinton, regardless of her problems with the email, she believes with the base Democratic voters, they're going to stick with her, a historic candidate. They believe she's a real leader coming out of the Obama administration. They think she'll survive that.
Ruth, speaking of honest and trustworthy, when Secretary Clinton, she changed her position essentially on trade with this Trans-Pacific Partnership. What do you make of that decision?
What I make is it's going to be very interesting to see how she answers questions about that at the debate coming up. I mean, by the way, 70% of the Democratic primary voters find her to be honest and trustworthy. That's the number she has to worry about right now. Look, everybody who has paid attention to Hillary Clinton knows where she really is on trade and the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Which is to say the opposite of what she's now articulated in public.
She said it was the gold standard.
Yes.
She now says that she can't support it, and she has identified two reasons: failures on currency manipulation and being too kind to pharmaceutical companies. When she said it was the gold standard, it was less good on both of those things than it is now. So, in law, they teach you to, when you're cross-examining somebody, to say, which time were you lying? For Hillary Clinton, at the debate, the question is, which time were you being disingenuous?
Let me talk a little bit about emails, if I could, which is her untrustworthy problem. And the Democrats are pointing at Republicans and McCarthy saying, we just want to bring her down as mitigating for her. We have two sets of facts. One is, we know that the Republican Party did everything they could to destroy Hillary Clinton with Benghazi, a hyper-partisan Republican Party. And they caught Hillary Clinton red-handed creating an improper covert server that undermined the Freedom of Information Act, that subverted legislative oversight, and jeopardized U.S. secrets. Both of those things can be true. Matter of fact, both of those things are true. But the Democrats try to use the one thing to mitigate them, and the Republicans try to use the other to mitigate them. And meanwhile, both parties think that, most voters think that the leaders of the parties are lying to them because they are.
Hillary Clinton is lying about this. She frequently lies about this. Her words are the cake she gives the people to eat, okay? And they do eat it up. This is the situation that is entirely about current politics, and it has no reflection on what she would actually do as president.
This is the trade position
absolutely.
you're talking about.
And the unions, she's feeling heat from the unions. I mean, Bernie Sanders is really connecting with labor, and that's why you see Secretary Clinton navigating.
All right, everyone thinks it's a purely political decision at the roundtable, apparently. We'll be right back to talk about news overseas.